Today we are going over the Pelikan Hubs. We're going to go over what are the Pelikan Hubs, who is invited, what to expect, and I'm going to show you what I got from my very first Pelikan Hub, along with my experience. Pelikan Hubs started in 2014, and the general idea is that Pelikan, the pen company, sponsors gatherings all across the world, and it happens on one day in September. It is sponsored by Pelikan, but it's not run by Pelikan employees. It is run by volunteers. So local pen people will sign up to be a hub master, and they will be the ones to run the local meetup in your area, and they will get the goodies that Pelikan is providing, and they'll also organize the time, the location, the place, and send out the invites. What you have to do is in June, Pelikan will set up the registration. I'll link it below, but you have to register through that link, and then they will gather based on how many people are signed up for a certain city. They'll determine if there's enough participants. If there isn't, then you might have to try to go to another nearby city. Once they determine that there's enough participants, they will form a hub there, and they'll appoint a hub master, and then you can have a local meetup. Who's invited is anybody interested in fountain pens or fine writing utensils. If you don't sign up in June, you will not be able to attend the event in September. They send out this registration in June, and then once they figure out the details behind hub masters and number of hubs and which cities are holding it, the hub master will organize another RSVP and send that out to you. That'll give you the true details going to your event. I think you can still go, you just won't be able to get some of the stuff that Pelikan might be giving out. So it's not like the end of the world if you don't sign up, but you should sign up because you want the stuff. My experience, so when I first heard about it, I think it was in 2022, and I had already missed the deadlines to sign up, so I was like, whatever. I also assumed that you needed to own a Pelikan pen. I don't know why. To be alone in the fountain pen hobby in your area and to kind of just be interacting with people online or the community online, you're kind of just all right, I don't know how other people actually are in real life. And I was actually quite intimidated when I signed up in 2023. I was surprised there was even one in my area. I didn't know anybody at the time who was into fountain pens. So our local one day held a potluck at my old university, and I showed up. I brought my boyfriend for moral support, and I showed up late, an hour and a half late, and I was already maybe I shouldn't go because I'm already an hour or so late and I don't know these people and it doesn't even matter. I'll just go home. But I ended up going in because I was I'm here, so I might as well. And they handed me a bag of goodies that I will be opening right now. But essentially, I made ink samples because I was who doesn't love ink samples? I can hand them out or trade them or something as a peace offering. And I felt like a school kid bringing her school lunch and trying to find somebody to sit with in the cafeteria. Here's my inks I can share with you. So I sat there for a little bit, and then eventually I was kind of just by myself, confused because everyone was kind of in the middle of conversation at that point. And then I found some people who looked friendly, and I sat down with them and was hello. And that kind of helped out a lot. And turns out they actually have a local pen meetup in my area once a month. So I've been able to go to a few of those since then. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is by sharing my experience with you, hopefully, if you are a beginner and you are wondering what these are, it is a very friendly environment, and you should absolutely try to sign up and see if you can go. You also might be able to get some freebies. I know each hub in each city has different things that they give away, and there's no promises on what Pelikan can offer, but they did give us the ink of the year last year, which was the Pelikan Rose Quartz. So that was pretty cool. I ended up winning a giveaway that they had, and I won this Star Ruby ink. Somebody there brought a bunch of Tomoe River paper, and they also cut it up, and he had it for sale, I believe. And they also cut it up into little samples and included it into the gift bag for us. It looks like this came from Pelikan, so it's a notepad bad. Is this fountain pen friendly? We'll find out. They gave us this postcard that was, you guys know that one Art Deco M600 that they come out with? What's it called? Oh, the Pelikan M600 Art Collection Glauco Kanban Special Edition pen, but I think it had artwork similar to this. And Endlesspens gave us a vintage Pelikan twist, I think. It's not a twist. Vintage Pelikan. Is it a twist without being twisty? It might be a twist. It's a vintage Pelikan pen, so I thought that was pretty neat. I didn't get to try it out yet, so we're gonna do that in this video. And they also provided this magazine here. Wow. It talks about things related to Pelikan, design, writing postcards. Ooh, these are all so pretty. Let's test this out first. We're gonna use my platinum. Oh yeah, I remember like bringing my collection of fountain pens, and I brought almost the entire collection in my Galen leather 40 pen case. At that time I only had like maybe 20 pens, 25, and I was actually like, oh, here's my little humble collection, nobody's gonna be interested, but somebody was actually interested in trying my platinum 3776, so I thought that was really, really cool. Of course, it was definitely one of my higher end pens at the time, but even if you don't have like fancy pens, you're welcome to come, because everybody has such a wide range and a lot of people are very willing to let you try their pens, so it's just a nice environment overall. Whoa, I always forget how juicy this pen is. Platinum. At least you should have no trouble reading it, right? This is a coarse nib with Monteverde Toucan. I actually don't know if it's Monteverde Toucan or Graphon Faber-Castell Carbon Black. Is that bad? I don't know. Ooh, it is fountain pen friendly. I mean, it should be. Nice. Thought I like heard somebody say that it wasn't, or maybe it just wasn't as smooth. It is a little toothier, and there is a little bit of ghosting, maybe even bleed through, a little bit of feathering, but it's very, very minor, and this is such a broad nib, so I think it's pretty good. This is the Tomoe River paper from Japan. I'm gonna try this as well. Platinum 3776 Century coarse nib with Monteverde Toucan. So this is the 52 GSM purchased in 2013, new old stock, but it doesn't feel like the Hobonichi paper, or it doesn't glide as well as it would on the Hobonichi. Am I crazy? I'm gonna test out my Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know if it's the same paper. What does new old stock mean? I guess I should probably look that up. I thought it would be the same. Every time I think about it, I have to look up the explanation between the old paper and all that. Here's a spare page. I'm not gonna use February. I think maybe with this nib, I can't feel anything. What if we try Sailor? Sailor Pro Gear Slim Medium with Colorverse Arrow. I don't remember if that's what the ink is called. Yeah, this is like smooth. This one's a little toothier. I'm gonna try with the Lamy. This is definitely a different material, unless it's all in my head. See? I use a different finger. No. See? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I guess Tamale River paper from Japan, 52 GSM, purchased in 2013. New old stock. Does Hobonichi have like old stock? And what is new old stock? Okay, I decided to just chalk it up to a difference between possibly the fact that these are blank and the one in the Hobonichi is printed. They have grids and text on there. I'm guessing the Tamale River Paper Company, they might have had different paper that was released just for notebooks and also for paper that needed to be printed on. I like the one with the grids and text on it. It feels smoother than this one, but still did a pretty good job with the sheen and showing the ink quality. I'll do an ink swatch of the inks that I got. This one is the Rose Quartz. That was the 2023 Ink of the Year. And what's interesting about this ink is at a certain angle, like this angle, it looks green. Like it looks like a green tint. And it's so strange. But at this angle, it looks like pink. Under a different lighting, it was looking green. But anywho, do we want to test the back of the sheet? Ooh. Oof. I hate when paper does that. Let's see. Pelikan. The bottles are beautiful. This is my first bottle of Pelikan Edelstein ink, and I love how it twists. I love the little logo they have on the cap. The bottle itself is stunning. Just looks like a perfect desk accessory, but it is a very, very hefty bottle too. And I just love how like the cap spins and closes and you can hear. It's like fancy. Going to use my Kakimori steel nib. This is the Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz. Not bad. It is a very, very light pink. I feel like the camera is not really showing off how light it is. Almost lighter than bubblegum pink. I don't know how to describe it, but I can see it through the camera. This is not the true color. I'm trying different lighting, but I don't think it's any better. In the camera, it's appearing a lot darker. This is more of a very, very bright pink. It's almost hard to describe. I don't know if this helps, but it kind of looks like the Gretzko cleansing makeup wipes from the creme shop. Kind of looks like this pink. Anyway, moving on. We also have this Star Ruby color. I won this in a drawing that we had at our Pelikan Hub, and I believe it was the Ink of the Year for 2018 or 2019. What's interesting is that the caps are different. This one's black and has silver logo. I don't know if I've inked up any pens with these colors yet. Or no, I have used the... Ooh. That's smooth. I have used the Rose Quartz in a Lamy Safari. Oh gosh. Oh, whatever. I guess because it's darker. Darker inks usually write better than the pastel color inks. As it turns out, that's actually not very fountain pen friendly for this paper. You can kind of see that the ink feathers right there, and then the back side is bleed through. So there's that. It's okay. Last but not least, we're gonna open this vintage Pelikan pen. This was gifted to the Pelikan Hub by Endlesspens, and according to their website, it is a Pelikan vintage fountain pen P10 twist. So it's like $6, and they're saying in 1986, Pelikan debuted their twist P10 U filler series, and this is the old new stock. So that's pretty cool. This is technically my first Pelikan. We have some stickers from Endlesspens. Ooh, Pelikan Hub 2023, Endlesspens. Coupon that expired. It looks like it came with an ink cartridge. Is it dry? Okay, no, it's not. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Alright, on the end, we have Pelikan W Germany. We have the iconic Pelikan clip that's supposed to be like the beak. And then, does this have... Oh, it does. Let me see if it can focus. It's got the mama bird. Is that two baby birds? Can't tell. Is that a crack? The top might be cracked. It's really hard to tell on the camera, but I don't know if that's part of the design or if it's a crack. Is it a twist? Or is it a pull? Okay, it's a twist. No, that's the body. Whoops. Alright, I guess it's a pull. Yep, okay. Nothing really inside the cap that's special. And then the nib. Oh, very interesting. That's pretty neat. It's got a very, very tiny Pelikan logo. And it's a very interesting shape. I really like this color though. Ah, the squeak. Okay, we're gonna use the cartridge. Ooh, fun. I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit before the ink reaches the feed. So I will come back. It does get a little tight whenever I'm screwing it onto here. They did mention on the website that since it's an older pen made in the 1980s that the plastic might be more delicate, but I got impatient. I did not feel like waiting, so I dipped it in some water. Ooh, alright, that's probably what it looks like with the water still in the nib. It's a very thin pen. The grip section is a little thinner than the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This one is the Pelikan P10 twist. Or something like that. Very, very lightweight. Definitely a starter pen. The nib shape is very unique. This paper is very smooth if you don't mind the feathering. Register for the Pelikan Hub. Overall, it's pretty smooth. It kind of reminds me of the Schneider pen that I have. Let me go show you. Can you spin this? I don't think you can. If you post it, you can still see the pink, so that's kind of cool. I really like this color. It kind of reminds me of this Schneider pen, which was my first fountain pen. It's definitely a starter pen. This is also made in Germany, and it has that part in the feed. just in case you were curious. According to the Endlesspens website, it has a weight of 8.2 grams. It has a length of 5.28 inches or 134 millimeters, an ink capacity of 0.8 mils in a cartridge. It was produced in 1986 to 1989, a steel nib, and it doesn't specify what the nib size is, but I'm guessing it's something like a fine. This is a platinum preppy, which is the closest you're gonna get to price wise for a pen that's around $6. Pelikan. So it's a little thicker than the 03 for the platinum. It might be similar to like a 05. Yeah, so it's a nice pen to have. I think I would still go with the preppy though, because they have that seal lock. It kind of seals in the ink so that it doesn't dry out if I were to choose between the two. But if you're like tired of preppies, then this might be cute. It comes in a variety of colors, and I don't know, it's just kind of neat to have like a vintage pen. And side by side, they're also like the same length. Plastic does feel a little more fragile with this one, so yeah. Some final thoughts about the Pelikan Hub. You do not need to own any Pelikan pens. You do not need to own any fountain pens. I think people are still very welcoming if you're just interested in showing up. Make sure you register by June 24th through the link. I'm not sponsored to say this or anything like that. And then the Pelikan Hub is on September 27. If you are going to one, some tips you might want to know is to ink up your pens in case people want to try them. Bring any like unique nib grinds or anything like that you have. If you don't have any special pens, don't feel bad about it. You never know like what somebody might be interested in trying. Bring a swatching tool, because there might be inks there that you want to try, and of course like fountain pen friendly paper, because you don't know, like there's no guarantee that Pelikan will be giving out the ink of the year again, but if you wanted to, you could swatch it on spot if you brought your like tools and stuff. Other than that, just follow whatever your hub master sends you in their invitation. That's all for now. Make sure you guys go ahead and sign up so you don't want to miss out on this once a year opportunity. You'll have to wait until next year if you miss out on it. So go ahead and sign up, make some new pen friends. Let me know if you've already been to the Pelikan Hub before. Drop it in the comments below. Let other people know what your experience was like. And let's keep this growing so that we can invite more new people and spread the joy of pens and paper. Until then, you can enjoy some ink videos here, and I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day.